Hey, Kajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, back credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sent in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Hey, Mark, what day is it? It's hump day. How's everybody doing this morning? Hello, good morning, and welcome. Let me change my layout here because I didn't change it from yesterday. There we go. Let's see who's in the chat this morning. First is Deborah. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And there's Anthony. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Vintage Memories. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Stacy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And there's Mark. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Esme, hello, good morning, and welcome. And there's Jennifer. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And I need to do, and I got myself a little note, I need to do the channel shout outs, and I do need to update my intro for the members. So I'm going to do that after the show. Geneva, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Purple Winks, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Margie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Charlie Boy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And yes, today at 2 o'clock is our Hump Day auction. And everybody's saying hello. Jennifer's dropping them links already, y'all. So y'all check them out. All right, so today is not only Hump Day, it is our WhatNot Wednesday. And yes, we do have our co-host guests for the show. That's Mr. Anthony, FullTime Reseller. Good morning, hello, and welcome.
Everyone. Good morning, Johnny.
Yep, there it is right there. FullTime Reseller's link, and also all his information is in the description bar below. If you need to reach out to him, YouTube, WhatNot, all the information you need is in the description below. What's up, Patrick? Hello, good morning, and welcome. It's working Patrick today.
What's up? Good morning, chat.
Morning, good to see you. So for those who may not know who you are, because we do get a lot of new people every day, go ahead and give yourself an intro, what you do, how you do your channel, what you got going on, and this thing called the WhatNot.
If you don't know, yeah, I sell on WhatNot. I was on YouTube. I sell full time all the time. I've been doing this on eBay 20 years. I'm 38 years old since I was 18, but I've been reselling my whole life. I love selling. It doesn't feel like a job to me. It's more fun. Been taking a break from YouTube a little bit just because I've been caught up with WhatNot, selling every day. I've been on there. I signed up in June or July, I think, and I took a break at first. I got my onboarding, and then I said, let me just wait a little the first 2 months. And then when I finally jumped on and did it, I was wondering, why did I wait? But it's been good. I sell every day on WhatNot. I do like 50 lots to 100 lots every 8:30 Eastern every day. And I haven't missed a day in about 3 months now because I've been doing cards, and it's been busy, and it's good. I don't know what I'll be doing right now if it wasn't for WhatNot, because listing, I was getting tired of listing, and you can move a lot of inventory, and it's pretty good. I'm loving it.
So you just said that you do it 8:30. Is it PM or AM?
8:30 PM Eastern. Yeah, every day. I haven't tried a morning show, but it's like opening door. People coming and going all day, so you could 24 hours a day you could sell. That's what's good about it.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell them we definitely have to send it. I have to go check the channel out this weekend and tell them congratulations. I'd flip that. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Michelle, hello, good morning, and welcome. Susie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are y'all doing? Good to see y'all. So today is all about Q&A with WhatNot. whatnot. So if you have any special questions and you want to know a little bit more about whatnot, if you're thinking about doing whatnot, let us know. Put some questions in the chat. Give us a number 1 in the chat if you do sell on whatnot. Put a 2 if you're thinking about getting into whatnot, and 3, you just don't want to do it. You just want to buy.
No, and also maybe a lot of people too are just don't want to try something new, but maybe even not the selling part, just give it a try and download the app and check out some shows. It's also fun just to watch. There's some good shows. I watch a lot of them. I'm always watching shows on there, different sellers. But
yeah, the reason I added 3 is because I knew Mark was going to put 3.
Now, some people, pirates on whatnot and no more YouTube auctions. Some people love it. Some people do one show and they don't like it. But the first shows are always the toughest. But you just got to give it a try. If you're into selling, if that's what you want to do, make some sales and move some inventory.
Ella's in the house. Good morning, hello, and welcome, Ella. And I saw Tommy. Good morning, hello, and welcome. And Brandon, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Margie says, just want to hear more. I didn't see about 4.
It's fun.
Hello, good morning, and welcome. So out of curiosity, for those who are going to or thinking about getting into whatnot, what do you recommend? And I'm only asking this because I hear this a lot. On your very first show, when you're starting the whatnot, should you have someone with you when you're doing your whatnots?
Maybe, yeah, so they could help you be organized. It's good to have somebody that could just, I like to use little Post-its and I'll put the lot numbers on the Post-its. Maybe you could just pass it off to them because speed is also a big thing. But on your first show, you're not really looking for speed. Just maybe make sure no mistakes or anything like that. But it's good to always have someone help you because they could read the chat for you. That's one thing also, because if you're on there selling and just talking, and the chat on the phone is pretty small, so you can only see so much. But I recommend it. But and they also just made a new storage unit category on there, and it's pretty cool because the guys would take you in the unit with them and sell like opening boxes live. So it takes you on the hunt, and that's what I like to watch. I watch a lot of those. But there's so many categories.
Bama Pickens just started, and he's got his into antique and storage. Flea markets and storage, I think.
I do the estate section just because it's like a neutral one, and it's like you could show a lot of different items. I like to do the card set category, but they either have like baseball, basketball, and since I sell like a mix, I find it better in the estate section. But it's I say give it a try. Don't be if someone's scared to try something new, just download the app, or you could check it out on the computer also.
I'd flip that says my wife Nicole loves selling on it, but I'm not happy with the price some items end up selling for, Joe.
Okay. Exactly. That's how auctions are. They're wild because I'll have an item that I'll start at $2 and it would pass, and then I'll bring it back up because someone asked, and then you'll see it probably happens on YouTube. Next thing you know, you got 2 people bidding it up to $10, and it's like they didn't even want it for $2. But yeah, some items sometimes I don't look up the items because the way I get them in bulk, the cards. But I sold a lot yesterday of a 1989 Converse set of cards, a small little pack. It went for $20, and I said, "Oh, it went for $20. Let me look it up after to see why." And I saw on eBay it sells for $50. So it's like I could have just listed it and sold it for $50. But you win some, you lose some. But you just have to see overall, like if it's worth it for you or how you're buying the inventory also.
So are you usually buying in bulk to do
this? I always buy in bulk everything. Because when I first started years ago, I would buy piece like that. But it's too hard looking and always looking. So if someone has whatever it is, I just try to buy it all because you always do best because maybe you don't win on this part of the deal, but you make it up on this part of the deal.
Now, do you usually sell on eBay if it doesn't sell through your whatnot?
No, everything on whatnot sells pretty much. All my lots, I set up 50 lots and they all sell because I start them at $2 because I don't do the dollar because then you're giving like 50% of the sale away just in fees, and because that 30 cents per transaction off the dollar makes it a lot higher. But yeah, everything pretty much sells, all the lots. I get them all sold.
Steph said the dude is chill.
What was that?
The dude is chill.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
chill. It was a late night for me. I'm still tired. I went to bed like at 2 a.m. I go to bed late every night. Yeah.
Okay.
Watching too many shows.
Pamela says she would like to try WhatNot. So today, basically on Wednesdays, it's all Q&A about WhatNot. So if you're thinking about it or you're wanting to dab into it and you want to learn about it, here's where you can ask your questions. And it's all about WhatNot today. So if you ask your questions, we can try to get it answered for you. One of the next questions I'm going to have is when you're doing your WhatNot setups, how far in advance do you recommend not only getting them set up, but should they all be either lots or mixed with single items?
I set my lots up. I do them the same day, but in the system of WhatNot, all I do to set them up is, because I don't individually put what the item is, I just put lot and I just number them 1 through 50. But as far as like grabbing the lots, I just grab random stacks. But I do sports cards. So maybe 10 sports cards in each little lot. And depending on what it is you're selling, but it all depends. Some people, they just put all their items out on a table and they just browse with the phone and they ask you which one would you want me to show or to run, and they have their starting prices. I recommend if you do it like that, you put each item in the store with a photo and the name of the item, so the buyer could tell you, could you run lot 17, and you already know what that item is and you could just run it. And they and have your set prices for your first show. Because a lot of sellers, they'll go on there and they'll sell things for $1. You don't have to start it at $1. You can start them at whatever price you like. But
let's see. We have a question up here. Mom Knows Treasures would like to know, what are the fees? Like if something sells for $10 plus shipping, how much does the seller get?
for $10, that'll be about $8.70, because you get the 10%, 12%. So that's about $8.50 you're gonna get, because the 12%, I think it is. So you got the $1.20 right there off of $10, and then a 30-cent per transaction fee. So that's the extra 30 cents. So you get about $8.50 for the $10. But if it was $1 sale, the 30 cent right there, that's 30% of the dollar already, just by selling it for $1. So not even counting the 12%, I think, or maybe it's 13% they charge, but I think it's about 12 around there.
Margie asked a question, do you have to preview on items before a sale?
When you say preview, do you mean like put the show in advance preview, or do like a video preview? Because you don't have to do a preview video. I just use the same thumbnail, the same picture for every one of my shows. I used to put the items out, and you could do a little preview video within the app. And I recommend doing that, because everyone, they can at least see what they're going to buy, and you could draw the people there that way. But
now,
also,
do you do that video in your upcoming sale, or do you do that like on YouTube?
No, you do that on the actual app as you're setting up that show. You're putting your date, your time, the show category, the show title, and then there's a section that says you could put a preview video, or you could just put a thumbnail.
She said no, a preview of your items.
There's a feature on there. I haven't done it yet. Let me see if I can show it to you off the top. It kind of looks like on Instagram how you could have, you see at the top of the screen, I have these little circles there where you could click on it, and you could put a little video there, and it's like a little 30-second clip. So you could actually put like on it little clips. This is another seller there, another little clip. You see they have, I guess you could say, a preview video of something they're going to have coming up. And then you see at the top, you see it scrolling across. So yeah, see, that person did a preview video. But yeah, it's a good idea. And it shows you 88 people. We can't really see it, but 88 people viewed this little video. And I think it would probably keep that up there for 24 hours also. So that, yeah, I would recommend doing that. Preview videos are good. But what's good about WhatNot is it does the work for you. Like as in YouTube, if you turn on your live, you have to bring the chat. You have to bring the people to your auction. WhatNot has like an open door, so people just stay coming into the show. So it's just the seller's job to retain the audience and build it up, because you would see 10 people in your show, but if you keep the people there, before you know, you have 15. 5 minutes later, you have 20 people, and you could build up the following pretty easy and build up your chat.
Reseller Therapy says, no, you're not required to preview your items. Pamela says, I understand that the timeline for getting your order shipped is very, very crucial. Could possibly be a lot of shipping in a short amount of time, correct?
At first, I was worried because when I signed up, there was a couple little things you had to check off, and I saw it said something about I had to put my credit card in and saying that you get fined or something, or you get not in trouble or something if you don't ship out within a certain time limit. But I haven't I sold, I think, 9,000 something lots maybe already, or around there, and I haven't had any trouble with anything if I was a day late or anything. But they don't really have something that pops up that tells you you're late. But there's some sellers that 3 days you could ship out, and I haven't heard anything about that. But just sell, maybe I do 50 lots a night, so just for what I could handle. So just try to sell what you could handle. You could show as many items, but once maybe you saw that sold already 20 items for that night, maybe take it easy. Or if you haven't finished the night before, don't go on and sell the next day. But you could get the feel, and it's there's an audience for everybody. I know some sellers. Well, I know a seller from YouTube that said they wouldn't be able to do that on YouTube, but they do it on WhatNot, and they're on there selling brooches and all types of costume jewelry and stuff. And they said yes, it's an older lady. She said on YouTube she wouldn't be able to do that, but on WhatNot she's on there doing it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because YouTube is well, it's tough to make the YouTube auction at first, and it's to get it going and the whole networking and everything.
So do you, when setting up your account, do you have to set up your shipping dates, or is it automatically you have to ship it within 1 day?
Well, I think they have it not set up, but they say you have to ship it out within 48 hours. What I do is after my show, I just put all my lots together by who bought what, and then I just print the labels and I put next to each lot, and then the next day I'll pack it up just to get that done. But that, just by doing that, keeps your time down. Because if I waited to the next day to print the labels, or the next day after that, maybe it'll say 2 days. So I keep mine at 1 day because I always just do it right after the shows. But it's also, all I do is work. I don't have nothing else to do.
Reselling Therapy says that yes, it can be a lot, but I have shipped a few days later a couple of times. It does show on your shipping time or average, though.
Yeah, even if you ship it out 2 days later, print the labels right after the show, even if they sit there for 2 days, and just print them out, and it would bring your average time down. Because sometimes you would I give mine to the mailman, and he doesn't scan them into the next day. So it would look like if I left it up to him doing it like that, maybe it'll say 2 days, 3 days for me, because I don't get my packages scanned in. I just give it to the postman.
Mark has a question. Is there an option on WhatNot to sell to local for local pickup only? That's a good question.
No, they don't have an option for that, but that would be really good because they only have pretty much priority mail shipping for anything over a pound, and with USPS, and a lot of items that are heavy, they have to do something with UPS, or they should do local pickup for large items, because they would make a lot of business that way. Because there's so many items and a lot of storage unit buyers that have a lot of furniture on there, and they could, maybe in the future, I see them doing a lot of changes. Hopefully, I see it picking up. So maybe it's gonna get bigger. It's just, I think if they had a better name, a catchier name than WhatNot, I think more people would know about it, maybe, or something.
Also, too, didn't they change the law when they first started, where a lot of people were having issues with that?
What, the shipping?
Yeah.
What? The only thing I heard, maybe when I first started, buyers were getting charged extra at the end for shipping for weight changes, but lucky none of my buyers or anything ever like that nothing happened to me. We're good. I had one package that got lost so far, so no mix-ups, at least. Also, I haven't sent any wrong packages also. But
all right, Margie would like to know, do you get to choose how long you sell for in their or is there any allotted amount of time that you have to? For instance, today you only want to do an hour sale. Maybe tomorrow you might want to do a 3-hour sale.
Oh, no time limit. You could go on for 10 minutes and sell a few lots. You could jump on for 24 hours. Yeah, you could sell. That's the good thing about Whatnot. You could turn it on, and a lot of people say it's the following, but I think because you see joining throughout the show in your chat. So if you could just retain a few people here and there before you know it, and a lot of people I see, they go on and 5-10 minutes later, no sales, and they just end the show. I noticed my first shows, the first 10 minutes, I would get passes, but I've been on 8 months now, but I would get passes. But after 10 minutes, the lots would even start to go up in price because more new buyers are popping up, and then they stay in the chat. But it's just also speed. Some buyers are scared to put they put 2-minute timers. Give it a try. 30-second timers, 30 seconds. Even if you feel you have to show the item and that's why you're putting 2 minutes, show the item first, talk about it, and then put the 30 seconds just so they see that it's running. Because I do 15-second timers, but I'm actually showing the item for longer than 15 seconds. I just start the timer there. And they like that because they feel like it's going faster. And then the last 10 seconds is when it really counts with the bid. So I would do 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Some people, they put 2 minutes, and it makes a lot of the buyers leave because they don't want to wait 2 minutes just to wait another minute at the end, because the last 10 seconds, it just keeps adding 10 seconds to it when they make a bid. So yeah, I would speed also. Speed is good, but not on the first shows. Take it easy and just try to enjoy it. Build up the chat, interact with the chat.
Deborah does sell on Whatnot. She says, as a jewelry reseller, it helps to preload your item pictures and small descriptions.
Yes, it does. So they could, exactly, they'll say run lot 3, run lot 35, and it would keep you in order. And it helps you after the show if you have a question about who bought what, because you have the description.
Cheryl says it's addictive.
It is very addictive, Whatnot. Just watching the shows. I love watching them. It's like seeing the unboxings. What are they're going to pull out next?
Let's see. Yvonne says, do people do better if they do giveaways?
Yes, they do. Giveaways, I think, open up, like maybe Whatnot sends out a notification or something, because as soon as you open a giveaway, the chat, it's just something, they start popping up. They pop up. So you could build the chat that way. If you do a giveaway, and before you do a giveaway, even if you do a giveaway, it's something that costs $10. Even sometimes I give away Walker silver Franklin coins, and if they're $10 each, I would give one away. But before you know it, you got 50 people in there, and maybe you catch on the line a couple of them, and they stay 5-10 of them, and it only takes 2 bidders. And if for $10 you just made an extra 100, sometimes it works out, the giveaways. And if I always start my show with a giveaway, just to I leave it open for 5 minutes, let people have time to come to the show, talk to the chat for 5 minutes, let them get to know me. And just by the interaction, and a lot of times they say, oh, your lives are fun, and they like just the vibe and everything. And start always with a giveaway. I recommend it. And sometimes some people say, oh, I didn't make enough money to do a giveaway, or I didn't make this much, I can't do it. But sometimes, well, give it a try. And this is not for all the time. Don't think about the money all the times, because if you chase money, it runs. You have to do it more I do it more to see the chat numbers. If I sell whatever, I sell. If I get passes, it doesn't bother. But do it more just for I do it for the fun also, but there's no hidden agenda. Like, we all want to generate money, but just sometimes don't think about it too much. Don't get burnt. I'm not saying go on there and just give everything away.
So out of curiosity, where do you find it's best when doing those giveaways? Is it always at the beginning and you only do one giveaway? Or do you do it throughout the show in certain ports?
I do 2 giveaways usually. I do one in the beginning, and then around lot number 30, I'll do another giveaway to let the chat have a restroom break, a drink break, let them have, because maybe they don't want to miss a lot. Or maybe I don't want them to miss a lot. I'd rather they all just have their break. If they want to go smoke a cigarette, have their break, the 5-minute break right there at the same time.
Okay.
And or if I do one at the end of the show, I won't leave it open 5 minutes. I'll start it. I'll run it in 10 seconds just for nobody jumps in. And that's for my chat. I tell them this is for you guys that stuck around to the end. Or yeah, it's my little strategy too. I said, I'm not going to say what lot is going to be the last lot of the night, but I'll put it to like lot 100 and I'll go to lot 90 something. And I'll say the last lot's going to get a gift. So whoever sticks around gets it. Or, at the end we'll do a giveaway. So it keeps the people in the chat also knowing that, oh, they're going to get something at the end maybe.
Right.
But yeah, giveaways, I recommend giveaways. But in the beginning also it helps.
Reseller, Resell Therapy says, Whatnot tries to be flexible so it can be run however the seller wants to use it.
I think so. I think Whatnot is, since it's in the beginning, not the beginning stage of the company, but they're growing a lot now. I think they're working with the buyers, the sellers a lot, that being flexible and things like that.
Now, with the category you're selling in, and I know you've been doing this for quite a while, do you find that any particular category has been doing better for you than others?
Coins always do good. Could be just because maybe supply and demand, there's not as many coin sellers on there, live shows, as for any other category. Like you turn on the comic book category and there's probably 50 people on there selling comic books right now. Coins, maybe there's only 5 of them on there selling now. But certain categories, I always used to say like sell jewelry in the jewelry section, because some people would go to the coin silver section just because it's sterling or just because it's silver and sell in the coin section, but they don't get the premium because the coin guys just want to pay what the price of the weight is. But yeah, sell maybe in the category that the item that you're selling. I sell cards in the state section, but I never tried it. I probably would do better maybe in the card section. I haven't tried. I just always thought it would be better in the estate section just because there was less card guys in the estate section. So it's like when you're looking for cards in the estate section, you see me there. But now you see maybe 10, 15 people and a lot of people doing the same thing. But it's there's nothing wrong with that. Success leaves clues. Just add your little twist to it and you could try it out.
Now, for those that are thinking about getting into Whatnot, what would be the best and easiest way for them to go in and apply? Because you do have to apply first to get in.
When you do your application, I would instead of putting social media or anything like that, I would just put a video of your inventory and keep it simple. If you do have an eBay account or a social or like a Macari or another account that could get a bad review, and you do have a bad review, don't put your eBay account on there, because if they see the bad review or anything like that, they're gonna not approve it. So I would just put a video of your inventory and just say that you're gonna sell things around your house and you're just looking to get rid of a few items. Keep it simple. It's
the Resell Therapy says the biggest motivator is when you hit 1,000 sales, you get paid as soon as you print out your labels.
I was thinking about that this morning to talk about. Yes, when you hit 1,000 sales, and I believe the feedback, your reviews have to be above a 4.9, if not a 4.94, I think, to have the instant payments. So once you print out the label, that's also a motivation why I print my labels right after my shows, because you get paid right after. So if you sold $500, you get the 500 after minus the fees right then and there. You could transfer it to your PayPal or to your bank.
Okay. And if you have any questions about Whatnot, please do feel free to ask in the chat. That's what we're here for every Wednesday. Now, I noticed on your Whatnot, you have like over 9,000 point something sales of items that you've already sold.
And 8,000 of those are from November to now, because before I started cards, I only had a little more than 1,000 sales on Whatnot, and I only had about 1,000 followers on Whatnot too before I started cards in November. And I did the first card show, and yeah, it was like 40, 50 people on there, and it was, I did not expect it. I tried different shows, and that one just clicked and hit. And then I did two more that same day just to see, and I knew it was. I was like, "Is this what's going on here?" To make sure this was something good. And I said, "All right, this is not just luck. This is something here." So then I
You
just
have a lot of
stuck with it.
followers too now.
The followers, the following, and yeah, it's going good. It's I don't yeah, it's unbelievable because to build it like that on YouTube, like I hate to say it, like I was told before, it's impossible, and it is kind of hate to say it because everything's possible. Because I built my YouTube channel, 40 to 50 people in the chat, but it's hard work. It's a lot of networking, a lot of talking, and yeah, and to do it on Whatnot like that, just with cards, it's pretty hard too because I see a lot of people try. It's just you just can't give up. You just have to keep going until it finally sticks.
Resell Therapy says, when applying to become a seller, it is better and quicker to be referred. How does that work?
I heard that. I heard if say maybe you're having trouble or you want to speed it up. I heard if a seller refers you. I haven't referred anybody to try it out, and I heard you even get $200 if you refer a seller. But I heard it speeds it up. You could yeah, it's a little link there to refer, and I heard it works pretty good. But I recommend it. It's I waited to do my onboarding. I don't know why I waited like over a month. I kept rescheduling, and when I finally did it, it was. But I'm the type of person I don't give up. I just keep trying because I did my first day. It was no sales, and then the third show on the first day. But this was in June when I first started in June. But it was coins because I knew coins do good. But I had to sell my silver, and I had it. But I always say there's no love when you resell because if you have to sell something that you like, you have to do what you got to do. I'll buy it back later when I make some money.
Margie would like to know, is there a best time of the day to do a sale?
I tried out. I haven't tried out early mornings. I tried out 2 p.m. Eastern. I tried out late nights, like 2 in the morning or 2 a.m. Eastern. I like 8:30 p.m. Eastern time just to give the West Coast time to get out of work maybe, or to give everybody on the East Coast that's already home relaxing time to jump on. I also like the time Sundays at like 3 p.m. So you give everybody time to get out of church, maybe 4 p.m. and on a Sunday. That's also a good time also, I was thinking. But
you get regular people who come just because of the show, and you also get a lot of new people who just want to pop in and just stare at you.
I get 4 to 5 new buyers every show. Every show it shows me on the analytics you can see, but 4 to 5 new buyers. I mean, you got regulars, you got some that they disappeared, new ones pop up, and it is addicting because it shows. I got one guy on there. He hasn't been around like in a month, but it says he spent $9,000 in cards since November to now. It puts the top 10 list of who buys what and who spends the most. And it's pretty wild because I was telling the chat about the list, and they were like, "Don't tell me if I'm on the list. I don't want to know." And then they were like, "I bet this guy is number 1 on the list." And I was like, "How did you guess?" And they guessed who was number 1, like, because he buys everything.
Yeah.
I was like, I wouldn't be talking. You're on the list too. And then he was like, "Oh no, don't tell me what number I am." Yeah, because it tells you like how much each buyer spend. It's pretty wild how they have the whole analytics now on there.
Resell Therapy says that I started my shows at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, you see, that's a good time. That's a good time. It's not bad because it gives time for everybody. But
now, what kind of pointers do you give somebody who just went through the process, got approved, scheduled their first show, and then they go to do their first show and they feel that it was a bad show, they didn't get to do much? What is your recommendations for someone in that situation compared to doing a couple of shows and then being disappointed in the shows not going well? What would you
I don't know if it's everybody, but I almost feel a live can make somebody or break them as far as seeing numbers in the chat. Because I feel like when I used to do my lives and you see only 4 people in the chat and you're just there talking and this and that, it's kind of like, oh man, it's tough. it's tough at first, but don't give up. Just keep it going and have fun. See what works. If you see someone's having some success, see what they're doing, try it out, watch your show again, and maybe maybe stop doing something and give something else a try, and be open to change, but don't let it get to you, because it is just stay positive. And as far as the selling, just have your lot set up with your prices and keep it smooth, and don't let any of it get you frustrated, because you can't break it. It's just the app. You could always fix whatever, figure it out. But yeah, I would just it's the numbers for me. That's what it would be tough at first, seeing the numbers, because if you see 40 people in your chat, that right there for me keeps me going. I don't care if I even sell anything. It just makes me feel good.
Right.
50 people in the chat, but
now with that same question in mind, with you not only doing WhatNot now, but you were doing the YouTube auctions, how does that compare to both as far as being consistent?
My YouTube auctions, I started January 6th last year. I made my YouTube account, never knew nothing about it. I sold with a few people online, and I was consistent every week. I did the auctions. I got the most I had in there was 45 people, but WhatNot does the work for you. It's as far as bringing the people, they're comparable, but it's how do you put it? YouTube is more personal, and WhatNot, you see the buyers, but next week that buyer might be gone, a new one would be there. They compare, but in different ways. But yeah, the YouTube, I would keep doing it, but the only thing is it's different items. I can't just bring sports cards and sell 40, 50 lots of sports cards every week. YouTube, I would bring silver and a different random items, but in the time, WhatNot is a lot faster.
So my biggest thing is, if you're doing WhatNot and you're just starting out, just like you were starting out on YouTube, you still need to be consistent, because at the first, no matter if you're on YouTube or not, you're gonna have to build those numbers up and build that following by continuously being consistent.
Yeah, you have to be consistent. Yeah. That's why even if I'm gonna do 40 lots, 50 lots, even 30, I jump on every day on WhatNot to be consistent, so they know. Because a lot of the people say I became part of their daily routine, where they look to jump on at 8:30 to see what's going on, and because they don't want to miss something, because my lots are random. But on YouTube, yeah, even I had an electrical fire, and I had off a generator. I was running my YouTube shows for a month, and I was consistent every Friday. But I did one a few weeks ago. A lot of people they asked me to come back on. I think about it, because I could bring the WhatNot people to YouTube, so it might work out. But I just do too much sometimes.
Reseller Therapy says that it's amazing on how much regulars will spend to just be there with you. Wednesdays and Saturdays are the slowest.
I find Saturdays for me, because I've been on every day. 30 Saturdays I notice are slowest. I'm thinking people are just with their families and doing family activities. That's why I was even thinking take Saturdays off, just because of that.
Let's see. American guy came in. Hello, good morning, and welcome to each and every one of you. If I missed you, I did put you in the chat, so I don't miss you. Reselling Therapy says, I cried my first few shows. The key is to remember that it is a brand new show to those just coming in. Just keep swimming. Exactly. Yeah, we don't want you to drown. Gotta be consistent. Mom Knows Treasures, I see Vaughn wants to know, are there ever any hecklers or bullies in the chat? Can you block the people like you can on YouTube?
Yes, you could block you could block them now. Before, you could just block them from one show, then they could come back to the next show. Now they have the option, you could block them where they couldn't message you or communicate at all or come to any of your shows. Hecklers, some people, I hate to say, there's people out there sometimes. There's mean people. There's people sometimes, but I don't see it that much. And I'm talking about not in all the shows I watch. I don't see that many going on. Might be a comment here and there, but not really. Sometimes maybe more on YouTube, you might see, but that might be behind the scenes too. You might see just people talking and saying rude things, but no, not that much, not that many hecklers. A lot of times there's just people just joking, having fun with the sellers. You don't see too much of that, I don't think.
Melissa says, has a question also in a statement. I told my son to sell on Whatnot, so you think that's a better option for a 21-year-old selling with his wrestling figures?
My recommendation, look them up on eBay, and if it's dependent, just to get the full value. Because if you're young like that and you're starting off, you probably don't have a lot to just be giving away as extra inventory. So I would build up my eBay store if I was young like that. And the key would also, like, not to change it, but eBay, like say they give him 100 listings, he could list those 100 items. Then you call eBay and they double it to 200. Then next month, make sure you listed those. And then once you have that 200, call again next month and build up your eBay store that way. Yeah, if I showed you my eBay store limits, you'd be like, because I had a big eBay store at one time, huge, but yeah, just build up your eBay store. I would do that.
This also says the shows are listed in watch categories by who started first, and there are a lot less shows on Whatnot than YouTube. Really?
What do they mean, John? Let me see. The shows are listed in watch category. What do they mean, watch category?
The different categories that you may have watched.
Oh, okay.
By who starts first by the time.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But she also saying that there's less shows on Whatnot than YouTube. I'm surprised because I every now and then when I go to YouTube or Whatnot, it is filled with people going live all day long, every day. I think it's more on Whatnot than YouTube. What's up? Good morning. Hello and welcome, D. How are you doing? So yeah, that's interesting. Question. I have a bunch of NASCAR cards. Do you think those would do all right? And do you suggest selling in many lots like you do?
Yeah, I think if you have a lot of them, I would set them up in lots. But you don't also have to. I know another person that sells lots of cards, and I tell them, because they don't have a big following, I say you don't have to start them at $2 a lot. You could make lots and say these are $10 lots. Or tell them they're valued higher, but you feel that they're worth at least $10 starts. So you could set up maybe 20 lots and get at least $10 each for those. So at least you know what you're going to make for the show. But yeah, I think they would do okay like that, because to list them on eBay or something like that, individual cards, because say you looked up 100 of them and it took you a minute a card to look up, over an hour and a half, and maybe they only sell for $1 a piece on there. So you might, or 50 cents each plus shipping or something, it might come out better than the time listing them on eBay. It might come out better just selling them in stacks like the way I do, just to move them, because you could probably move them all in one show.
Now, in this situation, would you recommend say it's their first show? How long do you think they should recommend at least starting your first show to get your people coming in?
What do you mean start? Like prepare, like
running? Get it ready and run it. How long do you think they should run a first show? Recommend
as much time as you have. If you have time to be on there for an hour, stay on there. Start the first show, open it with a giveaway. The giveaway has a timer of 5 minutes. It stays running, and talk about what you have to sell, and give it a try. And I would stay on for an hour, even if you have 20 minutes of no sales. Just stay on, but start at a set price for your lot, so you're not just giving away your cards either. And then go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying, even if it doesn't work out on your second show, you could drop the price down half the price. Instead of $10 lot, $5 each. It all depends on the attachment you have to the item, because I don't look at what the item is. I look at how much it costs, how much I could sell it for. I don't get attached to the items I sell.
Now, when you were saying in reference to dropping the price, are you talking about maybe bringing that item back in at the end of the show, then drop the price?
Maybe for the next show, do a start price instead of starting them at $10 a lot, because I don't recommend starting at $1, $2 on the first show, because you're gonna get burnt and it's not worth it. Because the same buyer will buy it for the $5, $10 a lot, just because the value is there and you sold it to him. Oh, and a lot of people would ask the buyers, "What do you want to see? What do you want to see?" I don't recommend doing that. I recommend showing them stuff, selling them stuff, because I think if the buyer knows what they want to see, they're just going to go online and search for it and buy it. They're there just to hang out and see the different items, and it's your job just to sell it to them.
Right. Let's see. Let me get back to the chat because I think I got all the ones that I starred that I saw comments and or questions. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to drop the link in the chat. I am dropping the links already again for Jennifer. If you haven't checked out her channel, she's always doing all these links that she's dropping for you in the chat. When you come in, that's how she tells you hello. First of all, she's doing all this on her phone. So I did drop her links again. I've been trying to drop it throughout the show. Check out her channel. She's been doing some content again. Also, all that content, she's been putting a lot of that stuff on her Etsy store and her Buy Her Milkshake. Those are just some of the ways that you can also help support Jennifer for all that she does for everyone in every show. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and drop the link for the show itself. If you would like to come on, join us on the panel in reference to Whatnot, making sure we keeping this positive, and you want to share and support and promote your channel, you're more than welcome to. And if you're on Whatnot and you would like to join us on the panel when I drop the link, you're more than welcome to come in and do that as well. Anthony, do you sell? Right here. Lisa. Good to see you again, Lisa. Do you sell to more resellers than collectors?
I think on Whatnot, I'm starting to think, because I'm seeing a lot of my buyers are saying they have first shows coming up, and I don't know like 100% if they are, but a lot of them I think do resell. But a lot, some of them do collect. I think also, I try to think they collect the cards, but they're probably reselling, a lot of them. But I don't know 100%. I don't think yeah, because they don't tell me exactly. But it could be. They could be a lot of resellers.
Have you noticed that in your lives that you do get people that you've seen on YouTube as in your YouTube auctions?
I got a few. I see Jabby comes by from YouTube. I got a couple people I seen pop up in there, but maybe a handful. I see Pirate pops up. A few people on there that sell also that pop up in my live, but I didn't bring a big YouTube following over there like some people did. Some people brought their whole auction over there, their whole chat. But yeah.
I just reminded myself too about that, because when I had the other channel before it got taken down, and then I started this one, I remember I did apply for Whatnot, but because the channel got taken down, they didn't finish my process because of the YouTube channel. At that time, when you had to put in your links for your YouTube, your social medias, and all that stuff, I never went back and replied. So yeah, I'm still debating on it, but right now I'm still trying to learn that Amazon. So one of the things I always recommend is don't put yourself into too many platforms all at one time until you actually learn. Because from what it sounds like, Whatnot is pretty easy, but it's a lot of work.
And to me, to be honest, I never bought something. Like if I want to buy something off Whatnot, I tell my wife, "Can you get it for me?" To me, I'm not Whatnot. I'm Amazon. Amazon to me looks confusing. I never messed with Amazon just because the way the page looks and everything on it, it's just wanting to learn something new. That's how it's going to be. Once you do get on Whatnot, you're going to be like, "Well, I should have done this a while ago. This was easy. This is like click, 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 click." It's right. Probably like one of them things.
Yeah.
But
so are you always thinking about I know you have this big bulk thing you've been buying on cards, but before you got into the cards, were you always ready to think about what you're going to sell on your next show, or were you always in just a certain category?
Oh no, I was in before the cards. I was like I guess like a hiatus, like a break from Whatnot, because I was doing coins a lot, but then I ran out of all my coins because I had somebody that would run up a bill on my YouTube auction and pay me in boxes of silver. So it was like a win-win for me. He'll send me big boxes full of all different types of stuff in there. Yeah, he'll run up like $1,000 bill like in a month and just send me a box.
That's a pretty good bartering. Yeah.
No, it was fun. I used to enjoy it because I wouldn't send the stuff until he would send me my stuff, but then he'll send me a big box, and it was fun to go through. But I was before the cards. That's what it was. It's strange because besides the coins, I tried comics. Weeks here and there, I would try comics. So I had a bunch of comic books, and it just clicked and just popped like that day when I did the cards, and I was just so surprised because I'll tell you guys, I spent $1,800 on cards, right? I did not know I was going to sell any of those or where I was going to sell them. So that shows you how the universe works. I did my first show that day. I sold $500. I did another show. I sold like $700. I did another show. I sold like $500. So I got my money back the first day. So I was like, whoa, these cards are something good. So I stuck with the cards because I would get different stuff from my friend to sell on YouTube for my YouTube auction of random items. And I got cards here and there, but not like this. And no, the cards stuck. Cards, they sell.
All right, everybody. I got somebody in the back room coming, getting ready to come on. I've always seen this person in the chat very engaged with the topic, not only for today, but usually on any show. So here is none other than, for the first time on this show, is Miss Tracy herself, wait. She's got a different name on her show. The Reseller Therapy. I see a different name on her show, but there you go. Look at her hiding her face.
What a build-up. Oh, my gosh.
Well, it's true. You're always in the chat communicating and talking about whatever the topic is. And actually, this is the first time you actually come on the show. So it's great to have you. Then she got to hold.
How do I have it playing in my ear, and I thought I got rid of the other one. I don't know how to make it stop talking and double.
And just mute it. You might have YouTube still open, so just mute it.
Okay, I'm not even sure how to do that right now because
Where were you watching YouTube at before you came on the live? I don't hear an echo.
I closed the window, but unfortunately I have premium and it's still talking. I'm just going to have to ignore it.
You're wearing headphones. Okay. That might be why we don't hear it.
Yeah, I do, luckily. I'm just going to have to ignore it. It's all good.
Okay, I saw a couple of questions, statements in the chat. I know, there it is. Deborah says that WhatNot is always updating and changing. It is getting better.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of changes recently.
That is how I do it too. eBay items for gold and silver. Okay. So Mark does that too.
I love silver.
WhatNot keep changing there. Now, you know, one of the things I have to say from the beginning of time, when I first heard about WhatNot, it was always those themes, the like Nintendo and the PS this and PS that. I find that it's not as big now. You don't hear it as much as you did when it first started with WhatNot.
I heard WhatNot's been around for a couple of years already. I didn't know that a few years. I didn't know.
Yeah. Feedbacks on get it better. Yesterday, they sent me a questionnaire to give me feedback as a seller on the means that they can care about their sellers. Well, that is awesome because they need to start, because at first it was hard to, I think now they just started where you can go back and watch somebody's video.
Yeah. On
their live WhatNots, isn't it?
You can watch their past videos unless they put them to hide, but yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So, Reseller Therapy. What you got going on your neck of the woods?
I am so random. I have a problem with consistency, so that's why you've never gotten anything from me for the calendar.
That's okay. That's okay.
But WhatNot is kind of flexible in that perspective, just like YouTube. You may not get the big following, but I did manage to get to my 1,000 sales.
Oh, that's cool.
Relatively quickly because I'm selling jewelry. I'm selling small things, and initially I was selling individual pieces, but now that I've hit the 1,000 mark, because there's such an issue with the shipping, I don't like to sell individual pieces because I know that they're going to have to pay some amount of shipping for each individual piece. Whereas with jewelry being so tiny, I make a little bucket for each person that wants to do it. And if they want to build a bundle, I put their name on the bucket. And then they just go through the show and go, I want that, I want that, I want that. And I collect them. And then at the end of the show or when they're ready to leave, they check out with me. It doesn't always work well. Some people have ADHD in that place. It's very common. And they just kind of slip out of the show and forget. But 9 out of 10 times, it has worked well.
Well, that's cool.
I'll get sales of, $20, $30 as opposed to a sale of, 5 or less because I'm working in bulk just like he is.
Right.
And it's sometimes I just look, okay, I probably could get more selling it on eBay, but I have to spend the time listing and, photographing and waiting, all the waiting.
Yeah.
So it moves it quicker in bulk. But you find your nicer pieces and you post those to eBay, and then you move the rest of the stuff through WhatNot.
No, that's cool. You build up
All
your
right, I have to do the chair dance release of the dancing gators. Thank you very much, Buffalo Picker Tommy. This is just a small token of appreciation for all what you do for our community. Much respect. Thank you so much, Tommy. And it's always a pleasure to see you in the chat, but it's always great to see you on the Friday night shows. If y'all haven't checked it out, definitely go check out Mess Hall Diggs every Friday at 7:30 with Live for No Reason with Tommy, Middleman, and Mess Hall Diggs. And I was their guest last week. So definitely check out their channel. And this is for you, Tommy. Thank you very much and greatly appreciate it. The dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it. Oh, it's over. With the music, me. Thank you so much, Tommy. And we do see another question. Let me get to that one right here. Tina. She says, YouTube has no fees, but WhatNot takes a third. But you got to remember, when you go through YouTube and how do you get most of your time on your invoices, you do have a fee from PayPal. So you do have a fee of some sort, but not a third. Lord Jesus.
No, yeah.
And WhatNot brings you people, whereas YouTube, you have to build up that following and know people.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of connections that have to happen.
There's pros and cons.
There are.
Stacey says you can pay. Wait, so you can pay in one shot of all your items? How does that work?
It's something that as a seller you have to do. It isn't something that WhatNot does. They don't have a build a bundle feature. So I manually have a bucket with their name on it, and I'll just show items, and I'll say, okay, if you want to buy it right out, if you want to do a buy it now, it's going to be this much. If you want me to run it at auction, it's going to be less or be more. And then if you want to put it in your bundle, it's going to be less. And then I just keep track. I put a Post-it note on the bucket with their name on it. And sometimes I'll keep a separate Post-it to keep track of the prices because my memory stinks. And there's a process. And usually I say, if you want to do a bundle, it is $5 minimum. That way they're not, getting one item for a couple of bucks.
So with Tina's comment right here about bundling checkout when you're ready, one box, one weight, one charge. Is that something you have to set up on your show before, or is that something you just talk to with those in the chat with you?
You can weigh that bucket right then when they're ready to check out. And you can either just say a lot of cards or a lot of jewelry, or you can list them individually. That takes longer, but you can do it right there on the fly, and then you just weigh it and pick the shipping weight right then and there.
Okay.
You don't have to list it. I hate listing. That was the one thing that drew me to WhatNot, is I don't have to list.
Right.
But it is helpful to list in some degrees. One of the things I do like to do is I set up empties where I just say, okay, one jewelry item. And then, or a jewelry item or a jewelry lot, and then I put the weight, and then I have maybe 10 or 20 in that weight category, because you can just put quantity, and then if you're selling individually, you can just click on it and put the price of that item in, and it's already set up for the weight. And then I have a packet of, or a group that are 3 to 5 ounces, and a group that's to 7 ounces, and then a group that's 8 ounces, so that it's preloaded. I just have to go in there and put in the description and the price.
Okay, I got to run this. I see another gift coming in. Thank you so much, Sailor Stacker. Between you and Mark, y'all bought some gifts again this week. Thank y'all so much for buying the gifts for members. We have Jersey Gypsy. That's Lisa, just got gifted a membership for the channel. Mom Knows Treasures, Yvonne's, but I thought you were already a member. I'm not sure. Steph sells stuff by the seashore, and Susie Woozy and Janine's all just got membered gift from Sailor Stacker. So with that being said, here goes the Dancing Gators for the gift from Sailor Stacker. The dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it. Now, this is for those who are now members. This is for you.
Attention, attention, new member. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend and family member of the Kajun Roots Reseller channel. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sailor Stack, and all you new members. Don't forget, you can always go back and watch all the members only lives. I do need to put one together for this month, so thank you very much. Let them have it. That's right. So I do have a statement question in the chat I did highlight before having to do that. Let me get back to it. I try to make sure I put a star. Right here. Stacy has a question. Okay, so you set up a lot at the end of the show for your total?
Yes, yes. So you just, there's a way to just add a new sale, and then you just fill in the information by the title of it, however you want to identify it, the description. I highly recommend, if there's anything wrong with anything, put as is or put in the defect or the chip or whatever, so no one can come back and go, this isn't what I wanted. And select the weight and the price. And if you're doing more than one person at the exact same weight and price, put a quantity of 2. And it will, and then just pin it to the show, and they can buy right there at the bottom of the screen.
So in other words, you're making a whole nother lot for them at the end of the show compared to what you all purchased already. Okay.
Takes maybe a minute.
Wonder Woman says, good morning to everyone I missed. This has been very informational today. And this is every Wednesday for WhatNot. If you haven't checked out the channel lately, we've been doing Mondays. I usually talk about YouTube and things like that with StreamYard. Tuesdays is all Q&A about eBay. Wednesday is the WhatNot Wednesday. Thursday is Poshmark, and Friday is Etsy. So we got a full week of great topics. If you have any questions on those shows, just come on in, and we'll be glad to get those answered for you. Tina asks a question. Also have messaging. Speak privately with your buyers in real time.
On WhatNot, they got private messaging. You can message back and forth.
Okay. That's first I hear that one.
Yeah, I think that's, I don't know about doing it in the show. I guess you can.
No, yeah,
I always
during the show, you'd have to go to another device or something if you're on the phone.
Yeah, I have no idea on that one. They're always adding things that I don't see until later.
Now, when they do
I'm an Android user, so I'm always last to get things.
So when they do updates, do they send y'all any kind of notifications to let y'all know what's happening or what's coming up new?
I don't think so, because with that seller analytics, I don't think I got a message. That was just somebody saying you could take a look now and see all the numbers from the shows on the computer.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Viewers and all of that. But,
all right, I'm dropping Jennifer's links again because she's still dropping y'all links like she does every show. This is just her way of not only telling you hello, but all you who are now members and all those who became members this week, don't forget in the tag of the emojis, there are several new emojis, everything from moon pies, dancing dollars, gators, you name it, it's in there, including the heart that I do every show. All those are your emojis that you can also use as a member. Definitely use them. Light up the chat with them. That's what we love seeing. So if anybody else has any questions, please make sure you do put them in the chat for WhatNot. You can also put Q, my name, at, or just write all three questions in the capital letter so I can definitely make sure. I don't want to miss your questions. And again, we're doing this every Wednesday. So definitely always come in and bring in your questions. And again, on every day of the week, we do have a different show topic. And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure it's basically getting back to the basics of these new websites and platforms that you can definitely check out. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, yesterday, it took me 3 days to get that video done. I would love your opinion about the new video I just put out yesterday on my cooking channel with the Cajun Roots Cuisine. I have been doing some new videos with double exposure and double screens, split screens, trying to find something new to do with my cooking channel.
Getting fancy.
And I tried to, it took me too long, but it was worth it. So I definitely want your feedback in the comment section to let me know what you think about it, because I do have like a screen of a shot of me talking, but then I also have a camera facing the pot as I'm doing the steps in the cooking. So I'm working on last night I did cook yesterday, chicken etouffee. Usually it's crawfish or shrimp, but because shell's fish is not on my menu lately, because I can't have it. If I do, it's in moderation. But with the etouffee, it's a Cajun dish. And I'll talk all about that in the video. So that'll be coming out next week, because this week I got to do my red beans and rice with fried snapper and cornbread. That's coming out this weekend. All right, so we have another question. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody before this one. Thank you very much, Jennifer. It will be a game changer when we do flat rate priority shipping for WhatNot. I thought you already did that. No?
That's why you need to
rate yet. No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And UPS would be good also once they start doing FedEx UPS, because priority mail is too expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the number one complaint. And if you're a seller on there, do fill out those the questionnaires, and I would encourage you to go to the fireside chats and all those things that they invite you to, so that you become a voice. I've only gone to one due to health reasons, but anytime that you can speak up and give your 2 cents, they are working for you. And if you're not happy, then you're not selling. And if they hear enough voices saying, fix the shipping, eventually they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Sooner would be great.
Stacey has another question in reference to, so if the person leaves without paying, do you catch up with them on the next show?
Now, there's a couple of ways to handle that. And right now I have 2 outstanding. It's not ideal for some people. I mean, I get that. You can set up a listing. There is a way to list items underneath your shows. And it's called the marketplace, but really it's just under your listing of shows, there's a listing of items. And I have mystery bundles pinned under there. But if someone misses their item, I do pin it under there, and then I message them. But the problem with all that is sometimes people are like me and they randomly come in, or they have things that happen. I've only had a few bundles not sell that way. But yeah, there's a way to list them underneath your shows and messaging. Also, you can tag them in the show so that they'll get the notification that somebody wants them in a show. And sometimes that helps remind them. Again, it's not ideal, but it does work for my show. And that is the cool thing, is that WhatNot, they're trying to make it so it's flexible for your business so that you can run it however you want to.
Tina says that the media mail is coming soon.
I don't know. I don't do media.
This Lacaria 55, is there a reason why you're typing all in caps? Save here first, Ella would like to know, can buyers ghost a seller on WhatNot?
Only if you run a bundle like I do. Only if you're doing it the way I'm doing. If you list an item and they buy it, they're buying it right in real time. They can't get out of it. And if they click it and it happens. I mean, it automatically pays. The only way they can ghost you is by not clicking and buying it.
So whenever someone buys something in a lot, does it automatically make you pay, or does it wait till the end of the show and combines it. How does that work with payments when
They
somebody
pay
logs in?
right then and there.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Let's
Sometimes
see.
there can be a delay or it can be declined, just like in a store.
I got 2 packages and both broken and could not claim. USPS says it was shipped like that, but the mailman said no way. Can't claim on it. USPS is not paying insurance. What do you do? If it's already, isn't it automatically insured for $100?
I think WhatNot probably would even, if it's not depending on maybe how much it was in dollars, maybe WhatNot would even just pay for it.
I would reach out.
Yeah, not even going through USPS. WhatNot probably would just pay for it just to keep the buyer, to keep going on the app. They would do that probably.
Yeah,
I would reach out to WhatNot.
Yeah, because when you go to USPS, they want to see how it came in the original box. How was it packed? Because if they see that it was not packed correctly, they will reject you. And you're going to have to go through the seller that you purchased from.
I would reach out to WhatNot. They are very good at getting back to you. I think it's sellers at WhatNot. But it is easy to find the email. I just have it saved now. They are very fast to get back to you sometimes it's within minutes, but sometimes hours. And they are there to work for the seller, not the buyer. And they are very quick to handle things, and they will do the fight for you.
Okay.
Or maybe reach out to the seller, because if it was me, I would just give the customer back their money if it got their damaged like that. Just to
I don't think you
keep
can
a good
do
review.
that on WhatNot.
Oh no, I would PayPal it, even if you know what I mean. I would tell them what's your PayPal, and I'll just send them the money just to keep the buyer happy.
Well, out of curiosity, when you're paying, how is it you're paying? Is it paying through PayPal or?
No, it's paid through WhatNot. They have their
It's through
third-party
WhatNot.
system.
I would go through WhatNot because that way, if there's a problem, WhatNot has your back, can handle it. And if it's because of broken shipping, it's not your fault. And when it's not their fault, when it's the shipping, you get refunded and they get refunded.
Okay. All right. And question.
You guys just see, you just got to see what's the best route, because for $10, sometimes they'll save you that bad review, or just depending on the value, seeing what it is.
Well, if they're getting their money back, you're going to get a good review.
Yeah. Stacey said, so is it like setting up the listings on eBay to get paid?
Yeah. You can do it in the moment, though. You don't have to do it ahead of time.
Oh, that's why the picture looked familiar. It's Barbara. I didn't know that. Okay. It is a question. So that's what you want to do. You want to definitely reach out to WhatNot. Yes, but they won't allow a claim. Is that through the post office? So you may have to go to WhatNot. I did take all the pictures that were packed with blankets. And also the box was torn open when delivered.
Go through WhatNot for sure.
I think I will try WhatNot. There you go. Hello,
because
Cam.
here's the thing. You're not setting up the shipping, so you're not the shipper.
Right.
They print out your label, so really it's going through WhatNot. So you want to handle it through WhatNot.
There you go. So Barbara, maybe do that and maybe reach out to WhatNot. Because that should be, that doesn't make any sense. You got to have a way of getting money back or something. You want to be happy with what you bought, no matter how much it was. Let's see. We have another one coming up. Let's see here. Get back up here. Good morning, Life with Polly. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Let's see. Treasures found Jeff. Hello, good morning, and welcome. How you doing, Jeff? Good to see you. Good morning, hello, and welcome. And also I saw where Yvonne said that they already started with Media Mail. They already started that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I saw it in the chat. I was trying to find it where it was. They started it back in December, she said. She believes.
Cool.
All right, I think
they have to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But I was going to say, probably if you sell in the book category, it probably gives the option when shipping to do it, to print the label.
Yeah.
Yvonne says that I've recorded items from WhatNot sellers that didn't ship properly, records, and it was definitely the seller's fault.
It's because a lot of them are new sellers. Maybe they're not experienced. A lot of the sellers that come from eBay, they already know what a bad review is, and they'll learn once they start getting reviews about using bubble wrap and things like that for fragile items. But,
Yeah, I would reach out to Whatnot even if you're a buyer, because that's not acceptable. And things like that. That's why we go through such a process joining, is they want to make sure you're going to follow through and do it properly.
Right. And then Tina says that Whatnot will cover it no matter what, A to Z guarantee. I like that.
Yeah. And you can be removed as a seller if you're not doing it properly, which is why I don't really advise going through PayPal.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea.
Because if somebody alerts to that, you can be removed.
Yep, that is true, Tina. Every platform has new people, newbies. So yeah. So if you have any other questions, please make sure you do write them down. Bring them in for next Wednesday. My numbers are going down, and there is shows going to come up. And you know, I was so excited by getting started with Whatnot today. I didn't go through the calendar. So definitely check out the community tab, the calendar for the public calendar for everyone to view. Also, a friendly public service announcement, even though this is all about Whatnot. Starting today, we are in the 3rd month of Q1. So if you're on eBay and you have a store and you get a coupon, this is the last month for you to start looking at getting your supplies. So please make sure you check it. I do have a how-to video. I saw somebody yesterday went and leave a comment and watched it yesterday. It is a video on how to find your coupon, especially if you're getting to where you're new to eBay and you just started a store level. Definitely use your coupon before you lose it. And today's the first day you'll hear me say that a lot this month, to remind everyone to use it before you lose it. All right, so yes, Mom says, I didn't complain about it, but problems with Whatnot is that many sellers don't label items or invoice. They don't invoice?
well, she's saying they don't send an invoice with the items you receive, so she didn't know who she bought that from, because she probably got 5 packages, just say, for example, with a bunch of different records in each one, so she didn't remember who the seller was, maybe. Because I put little Post-its on there, but when I first started, I would just send them stacks separately, but without labels. But some people put a printed out invoice of all the items that are in that package. So it would have took her longer to find out who she bought it from.
Well, I thought you had to do a packing slip for each package.
Well, it prints if you want to, but since I use my label printer, it would waste, like, say they have 5, sometimes it would be like 4 or 5 pages of invoices if it used my label printer, and it would waste my labels. I would have to set up the other printer to do use a regular letter piece of paper.
That was my next question.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Can't you set up a printer for that to where it's not always on your labels?
Yeah, you could. You just got to put the work in. Yeah, I would just have to go grab the printer. I just haven't used that printer in so long, and I've been using the label one. But yeah, I see some people actually print them on their labels.
I do print them on my labels. I buy them in bulk. Yeah.
No, yeah, some people do that.
But then you might
But I have tried copy and pasting and putting it on regular paper and printing it from the printer. It's some work, but it does save your labels.
Yeah.
But I just give up and print them on my labels. It's not
you gotta see.
Why not try to go to maybe UPS and go and sign up for an account and get a free pack of free labels?
What, those labels?
Yeah.
What, do they work with the Dymo? I never even looked into it.
No, they have to be heat sensitive print labels. You can't just use paper labels.
Well, you just got to try, see the quality. I never thought about it.
Because I hear a lot of resellers do that.
You can print from the printer. You don't have to print to a label printer. You can just do regular paper.
Oh, okay. You could do that.
Glamon's crap. There's Glamon's Classy Crap Auction fundraiser for Native Python 325. That'll be this month. So again, before we go ahead and get ready to leave, again, don't forget every Wednesday we'll be here with Whatnot Wednesdays. So make sure you collect your questions, bring them up for the show for next Wednesday. But before we go, we want to make sure we promote everyone on the panel, and we'll start with Tracy to tell everybody a little bit about your channel, if you have anything going on your channel, but also Whatnot, if you're doing anything on Whatnot this week. So definitely promote that and let everybody know about it.
I suck at consistency and don't have a schedule. However, I do try to give some kind of warning on YouTube. I unbox my jewelry on YouTube so that my viewers have first crack at what I find. And it worked out to someone's benefit just the other day. I found this gorgeous necklace, very huge, full of rhinestones, gorgeous piece. and we looked it up on the fly, figured out a fair price, and she got a beautiful statement piece for $60 that we're selling for 75 to 100 on eBay.
Wow.
And then if I don't sell the items through my seller, my show regulars, then I tend to look them up, put them on eBay, and then I go through WhatNot to remove the rest. So I am so inconsistent that the only way to really catch me is to follow me, and that stinks. That hurts me more than anybody else, but I'm on when I'm on, and I'm really on when I'm on there. I'm on it
Honesty
when
is the
I'm on
best
there.
policy.
I have too many health problems to be regular. That's why this is my job.
Wow. All right, Anthony, coming over to you.
On WhatNot every day, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm on there doing about 50 lots. Sometimes I do 100. It's just sports cards. I gotta see what I'm gonna do next because eBay is just makeup. I got my eBay just with a lot of makeup I sell on there. But the YouTube end, I don't know if I'm jumping back on there because I just different items to sell. Because the cards I'm caught up in. Because I wish I could show you guys the whole area over there. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's wild. It's just cards. Oh, you can't really see, but it's just box. I got over like 150 boxes of cards, and these are like boxes that are 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in each one. So yeah, if you guys into sports cards, you could check me out on WhatNot 8:30 every day, and I got different stuff still to sell upstairs. I got shelves full of different stuff I was doing for my YouTube auction, but I just been slacking on that end. But I could pop up back on, so make sure to give me a sub. Thinking about doing videos, trying to see what to do. I was gonna do unboxing videos of the cards, but I did one of those, and then it didn't work out too good. But just because the people started telling me prices, and I didn't want to know what some of the stuff was worth. You know, if I'm gonna be there selling it for the value of what it really is worth, because then it throws me off. So
and another thing, if you want to check it out too, I know on your WhatNot link, which is in the description bar below, and Jennifer has been dropping it in the link. You have actual pictures of all these boxes that you have.
Yeah, I used the thumbnail of what they looked like when I brought them.
Right.
But that was the last buy I did. The first one I did in November, it was like 80 boxes, and then I bought another 50 boxes. I bought probably another 50 boxes. So whenever they come in, because I got a buddy of mine, he's like almost 70, but he's been reselling his whole life, and he just gets deals. Like I was buying for YouTube, I was buying 50 banana boxes every week, and they just had the random stuff in there, so many random items. But he would give me the banana boxes for good deals, but I would that was good for YouTube. But yeah, it's a lot of he has a warehouse now. He had a store he closed down, and it's just so much stuff. But it's
if you missed it, he does have videos, because every time I'd watch another video, it's like, wait, he just watched some more boxes of cards and bought more boxes of cards.
Oh yeah, it's
so he does have YouTube videos on all these boxes that he bought. And
yeah.
So definitely check out his YouTube channel, and that is also in the description bar below. And hello, good morning, and welcome, Anna Morris. So definitely check out not only his channel, his WhatNot, and all his information is in the description bar below, so you can definitely check that out.
No, and if you like high-end makeup from the Sephora store, I get that in bulk, but not every day, not all the time. It's once a year, maybe it'll come in big bulk. But right. I got that all on my eBay also. It's the same name on all the platforms, FullTime Reseller. I saw MKT just put it there in the chat. Yeah. The makeup, yeah, I get a lot of makeup.
So again, thank each and every one of you for always come. Go ahead. You gonna say something? You're muted?
Oh, you're muted.
Something happened, you're muted.
That's still muted.
We don't hear you.
Oh, did it turn off? Maybe the
might turn off the mic off. Check your mic.
No, it's still.
Is that better?
Yeah,
yeah. Is that better?
Yeah. We could hear you.
Okay. My earbud must have died. I'm Kidlet's Corner with a K with a K on WhatNot. Resale Therapy Kidlet here, and Kidlet on eBay. It's Kidlet everywhere. It's just different.
Okay. Yeah, Jennifer says
Because
she
I'm
couldn't find
difficult,
your
apparently.
link. Yeah. Robin, hello, good morning and welcome. Wildflower, hello, good morning and welcome. Yeah, Jennifer's trying to find your whatnot, but she couldn't find it. It said it's not under Kidlit.
Can't hear. Sorry.
Hello? Hello?
Shh, hold on a second.
We can hear you.
I know, now I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear me now?
Almost. I can barely hear you. Hold on. It's connecting. Really? Come on. Okay, try again.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Sorry.
Aw.
I have it. It's not working. Ah! No. What is going on? Skip. Try again.
Hello?
Nope, not happening. I can barely hear you. I'm going to lean in and see if I can hear. What was the question?
Can you put your link to whatnot in the
That's
chat?
all. It's if you search Kidless Corner, one word with a K for corner. It's like what? Oh no, it's not up there. I don't think I can put a link though. Hold on. I'm working off my phone and it's being difficult. Let's see if I can find it. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, if you just search Kidless Corner, it'll come up. Ah, it's not gonna let me.
Technical difficulties, but you know what? That's okay.
No. If you could post that, because I can't get into. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it won't let me hear anybody. But what I posted there, that's the username on there, and there is a way to search for usernames on Whatnot.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, everybody. So thank you very much. Don't forget, at 2 o'clock, we do have the Hump Day auction. Come back tomorrow. We'll have Q&A all about Poshmark with Glamon's Closet. And then Friday is Q&A all about Etsy. And that is with Design Laura. Also, this Friday, don't forget that we do have our morning show. Actually, it's 2 o'clock with the Deals of the Dawns at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, this Saturday, I am going to be on our co-host with Hoosier Stacker for the Hoosier Stacker Bingo at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, don't forget, next Monday, we will no longer have Max as our co-host. We now have Mark from the 2 Old Guys Vintage and Resale will be our new co-host for the bingo starting Monday night. So with that being said, like I said before, it won't let me copy it. Uh-oh. So with that being said, before we end each and every show, like I do, you can always come on after the show is over. And do you want to come on now or later? Okay. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another show. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out.